All right, guys. Good morning. How's everybody doing? All right, check this out. Profit 230. What a good day today. But actually, it started off with a negative of 100. So let's go over the trade. Right now, it's just bouncing off red fibs right here. See, when you see divergence, red fibs, and also I could have took another trade, but I told me so. That's it. Once I make my profit um, of 200, my quota of $200, that's it. I'm done for the day. So I'm just walking away because now it's just bouncing on here at this green band. Eventually, probably this is gonna break, but if I bounce, come back up, hit fibs, because see, once you see the two uh, the solid green band in between the broken bands, this is an indication of the downside. So let's just go over a little bit right here. So on the 5-1, so this is the 14-2. So on the 5-1, see like it's creeping up again, but it's gonna probably hit rifts or divergence, and then it's gonna come back down. So basically, if I would have took another trade, I would have put pretty much a sell order here. But see, but sometimes they could just fake you out. Sometimes this will, if you even though if you have a sell order here, yes, it might come down. Pretty much, it is coming down, or it's gonna fake you out and continue to the upside. So sometimes you have to be careful what you're trading, because usually sometimes you don't know if it's a seller's market or a buyer's market right now. And this morning it was just all over the place. It was just bouncing all over the place. So I'll show you uh, areas that was bouncing, good areas that I could have took more trades. But like I said, once I make my profit, I'm walking away, because sometimes when you keep trading, give your profits back to the market. So see how it says pushing up now. So now, so see this green band. So this is indication to the upside. So this right here is a fake out. So it could fake you out, come down, hit the band, and then continue to the upside. So if all this turns blue, then this is an indication that it's going to continue to the upside. So that's the reason I'm stop trading. I'm not putting no trades, because even though if you would have seen this, it's like, oh yeah, so this is gonna continue to the downside, and it's gonna hit red fibs, and it's gonna continue over here. But this portion right here is a fake out, so it could basically fake you out. But if you would have put a buy order here at on the 14.2 at the green bands, then you could have took this right all the way to the upside. Um, if I was taking another trade, if I took another trade, I would have put a buy order here at the green band, just risk it, see if it will continue to the upside. If it just comes down, then I'll just walk away and lose my profits. But so now it's pretty much just pushing. It's going all over the place. Now it's going up or down. So that's the reason I'm not taking no trades. But let's go over my trades this morning. So let's go on the 5-1 chart. So this morning when I woke up, uh, so usually 5 o'clock in the morning I wake up, turn on my computer, I turn on the software. It takes time to load. So basically, I'm just so once I have the computer up and going, jump in the shower, just uh, just once I'm ready, then I come down and I'm looking at the chart. So this morning I was looking at this right here. So at 8:44. So this right here, I should have took a sell order, but the reason I was hesitant because I had the one-to-ones, divergence, then you have fibs here. So this was pretty much um, indication. It's a possibility was telling me that this probably gonna break this and continue to the upside. That's the reason I didn't put. I had my sell order here, but then I canceled it because actually I had it my sell order here, and then it came up, and then it came down, Once that came down, I put my soda right away. But then when it was pushing up, it made me think, you know what? I think this is gonna continue to the downside. But it was my mistake because when I was looking at it, it was right here, this portion right here. So I'm sorry, where? No, I'm right here, right here. This portion right here. So it was hitting this pink band. So that's telling me that that will be indication to the downside. So that's the reason I canceled that order. Did I went too far? Um, yeah, I did. Right here. So this right here, this portion right here on the 14.2, here we go. This right here. So on the 14.2, this right here, it was representing this band right here. Let me get my pointer so you can see that. So this rift fibs here, it was it was representing this band right here, this rift fibs. And then when I seen that there was a pink band, I knew that this is going to continue to the downside because it's going to push up, hit the band, and come down. And that's what it did. I had my sell order there, but I canceled it. Um, I don't know why I should have looked at because I had my actually what I did is I had my charts like this, and then when I closed it off, that's when I see when I shrinked it. That's when I see my 14.2. I was like, oh man, why did I cancel that sell order? And that was at around 8:40, around 8:35 around there, 8:40. So I think you know what, I'm just gonna wait for the market to open and see if I'll take another trade. But this right here was my mistake at 9 o'clock because I knew for a fact it would still continue to the downside, but I took a buy order in the wrong spot. And let's go to the wrong spot. Okay, so here we go. So once again, I should have looked at my 14.2 because I had my charts right. I had my 5-1 chart full open at full screen, and so I thought that it was going to basically bounce at band and then continue to the upside and break fibs and continue to the upside. But here at the 14.2, you had the pink band supporting to the downside. You had diversions, then you had red fibs. This never turned blue, just a little piece of it, but that was my mistake because I placed uh, my buy order. It was right here. So this buy order represents this green band. So I was like, what did I do? So I wanted to move my so I just I just gonna take my negative profit. So I tried to move my stop loss up more so I could just be like a less negative profits. So but it moved so quick that it just hit my stop loss and I was already negative $100. So I was like, oh great. So my day starting was negative and sometimes I place a role in your head that okay, once you're negative, you get this anger, like you want to keep trading and now you're gambling and I don't want to put that in my head. I just want to concentrate and see if I could take good entries and so I could at least be out of my negative. If I were to make at least maybe like $20 or $40 profit, then I'll just say, I'm walking away because you don't want to give back your money once you profit. So, so I was looking for a good opportunity. So once it stopped me out, I was already negative $100. So this part right here was a bad entry. I should have had a sell order instead here at the red fibs, so I could took it to the downside. But uh, sure enough, but wrong spot. I should have looked at all my charts, and but anyways, so I was waiting for a good opportunity, and then I placed a sell order here at, I don't know if you could see that, but you could see like a pink arrow here. So I put a sell order there because I was following the 8 range. So the 8 range, it was, where's that arrow at? Okay, right here. So no, that's not it. Here we go. Okay, here we go. So see this pink bar? That's indication that's going to continue to the downside. So this pink band, that's your support to the downside. So what I did is right away I put my sell order here at this pink band for the support to the downside. So that this right here is this right here. So once it hit my sell order, it pretty much came down, and then it was coming back up. But then I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna take another sell order again because it's gonna pretty much reach at the pink band. So I put another sell order here at pink band. uh, this is my support still, so it was pushing it down still. So basically, it hit my sell order again. So I now had 16 contracts. So I had 8 and 8, so 16. So basically, I already knew that this is going to continue to the downside. So sure enough, it came all the way down and hit my target one. And then once I start I should have. I had target two at here at blue fibs. I should have just left it there. Well, I had it there, but what I did is I moved my stop loss. I was moving it closer down because once I see divergence and then fibs indication that probably this is going to continue to the upside, and then come down. But I should have had my stop loss like above the pink band a little bit right here, so I could have just uh, have this more of a move of a profit here going to the downside more to target two. But basically, once you see two diversions and then the blue fibs, this is going to continue to the upside. And sure enough, if if I was if I had my stop loss here, if I had my target two a little bit lower, then I would have been stopped out up here, and I could lose. Well, not lose, but I would have not profit, not enough. It would have been like a small profit. But anyways, it just stopped me out here, and so it bounced at blue fibs, and then continued to the upside. And now here it was just going all over the place because now it's telling me okay where it's gonna go, and so it was just breaking blue fibs, and well actually it never broke blue fibs. It was still continuing with the solid blue fibs here. So once I think that's, oh yeah, here's my other trade here. So once I seen that it was just bouncing at the bands, so my indication that it's going to still continue to the downside. So what I did is I put another sell order here at red fibs. It came up a little bit. My stop loss was up here. If it would have stopped me out, then I would just uh, lose a little bit. I'll just probably lose some profit because now my stop loss was tighter. Because I didn't want to. I think I was up already like 120, so I moved my stop loss a little bit lower so it could be tighter. At least I could just profit like at least maybe um, walking away probably like maybe $90 or 80. So if I would have hit my stop loss, I would have just stop trading and I'll just walk away whatever I have. But it came up just a little bit, and then sure enough, it came all the way down and it hit my target one. And then once it came all the way down to the one to ones, um, I had my target two. I think I had it here at this blue fibs. I knew I should have moved my my target two at the one to ones, because usually when it gets down to the middle of the yellow dots, one to ones, it usually bounces on those angles and it will continue to the upside. So this kind of represents the support for blue fibs, but once it's, I noticed that once it's in, like in the middle of red fibs and well, actually, I'll take that back because this was still blue. Then you had your one to ones, and then you have blue fibs, but then that turned red. Um, so it kind of made me think, okay, well, once I turn reds, if I continue to the downside, break this and hit my target too. That's the reason I still had it here. But once I came down to one to ones, right away I was kind of moving my stop loss a little bit closer, so I moved it here at by red fibs. So just waiting for it to continue to the downside, but it just bounced at one to ones and then it came up and it stopped me out. So it was bouncing here now. So now that's telling me indication to the upside now. And sure enough, it just bounced at one to ones. Then it came up to this one to ones on the on red fibs. Once you see these two together, that's an indication that it's going to continue to the downside. And sure enough, that's what happened. See, almost got it, almost made it to blue fibs. But if you see these two together, this is an indication to the downside. And this was it went all the way down. And then when you see yellow dots closer to fibs, indication to the upside. So sure enough, uh, that continued to the upside. So I did a big push from here, bounce, continue, bounce here again. So at this, I was just watching it. The reason I was just watching it because I want to see if in my mind, I was pretty much trading in my mind, uh, putting my buy orders and sell orders. So in my mind, I already had a buy order here. I already knew that was going to go up to the upside. It will hit red fibs and come down. But once you see green band and uh, uh, you see the broken bands, once you see it, it's pretty much then your background is green. It pretty much indication that it's going to go to the upside. So it's going to break all this. So I know you see the yellows and one to ones. Um, that's indication that it's going to hit that and come down. But you have to be careful because now you have support, and then it will continue to the upside, and that's what it did. If I would have had a sell order, well, if I had a sell order here, I would have basically, uh, I would be tighter now, so I would probably move my my stop loss a little bit closer to the red fibs here, and then and also my target one and target two, I would have had my target one here at green band, and then my other um, target two will be pretty much at this band here, because usually what happens is it will come down, hit band, and continue to the upside. So uh, that's the reason I was just watching it, and I was pretty much putting notes in my mind that if you see this, and then if you see the green band, this is an indication that it's going to continue to the upside. If you see the one to ones and red fifth together, I'm sorry. If you see them together, yes, it could go down, but it could fake you out. So so it bounced on green band, went all the way up, that turned blue, and then here when you see the green band closer to blue fibs, this is an indication to the upside. I don't really know why this turned blue. I mean, turned red though. It should have just been solid blue, but it just hit fibs, came all the way up, and now it's just bouncing here. It's just bouncing right here at this area. So this area, so it came all the way down. So this area, this red fibs right here, this is your indication to the downside, because now if you look at the 14.2, see that turned pink already. So it was right here. So Emil was telling you it came down, hit ban, and then I told you it's gonna come up again and probably hit divergence, and then this is solid red still, and then it's always this is like 100%. This is always happens. Hits ban, comes up, then it comes down again, and now look at now it's going to the downside. This portion right here would have been a good spot to put a sell order, and that portion is, let me see, this right here. Is it that part? I think it has to be this right here. This right here. This candle. No, it has to be this one. You see 10, 20, 10, 16. It has to be somewhere right here. Yeah, so now it's bouncing on blue fibs, and then you have your pink support. So yeah, so I'm already done for the day. 2:30, I'm walking away. Profit 2:30. If I would have traded the ES, this would have been 2,300. But micros is smaller profits, so 230 walking away. Like I said, if you at least make 200 a day, at least 200 a day, you're walking away a week. You're walking away $1,000 a week. That's not bad for trading. And I only traded. This is, I think it was only like what 30 minutes of trading or 20 minutes. I already made $230. There's a lot of guys that will do this full time and they'll stay here all pretty much all morning till probably like 2 o'clock or to noon or something like that. Um, but those are experienced traders that they know how the market's moving and they have more indicators. But uh, my goal is just to make my profit and walk away because my goal is to at least make my profit and then um, I want to do this full time, but I don't want to be sitting here all morning, all day just to trade all the Fibonacci's all day. But you still want some life of freedom, like you want to basically trade morning, and then if you have kids, I have kids, so I like to be with my kids and picking them up from school or do other things too, or I don't know, bike ride or work out, or I need to work out because all this COVID fat that I'm getting. But yeah, it's just it gives you more of the freedom to do more things. The reason I say that is because I remember when I was working as an insurance agent, and uh, as working as an insurance, you making commission only. So yes, those are a lot of hustle of cold calling people to see if they're interested of having a life insurance. But once you make your commission, you have more time to yourself now. You could do other things, and when I was doing that, I was like, wow, I could just do more other things on the side now. I could just uh, you know um, work out or bike ride or just take a cruise in the car or something, or but if you're sitting down at a 9 to 5 job all day, it just pretty much there's some people that want to do that. They want to have a 9 to 5 9 to 5 job, and you know there's people that want to work for that. But for me, you know yes, I am happy where I'm working at right now, but I just want to have more freedom. I just want to do concentrating on day trading, and hopefully this will pretty much help me pretty much get my freedom back and uh, and continue trading and basically just pay off my mortgage. And once I do that, you could just quit, and then you could just invest your money in other things and rental properties or something. And so that's my goal. I just want to pretty much invest my money in other things, and and of course the number one thing is just to pay off a mortgage. Once I do that, I'll put my 2 week notice and I'll be doing this full time. So all right, guys. So now see it's bouncing. It hit Fibonacci. Once you see two diversions, that's termination condition that is gonna go to the upside now. So it's probably gonna hit band here and then come down. If it breaks this, it's probably gonna get to red fibs here. So this is the if you put a buy order there, you could make at least 10 ticks right here. So you have three diversions. It came down to this right here, this fibs. Once you see so many diversions, it's gonna continue to the upside. Probably gonna hit fibs here again, or probably hit this fib and then continue to the upside. But I don't think it's gonna break the band. I think it's gonna continue more to the downside though. I think this is more going down more. I like to see this band in between these two broken bands because that tells me more the indication to the upside. Like right here at this portion, I like to see that because you could put a sell order here and you could write this all the way down to this band here, and then also same thing. You could put another sell order here and write it to the band there again. Um, but once it breaks, once you see this already, it's gonna continue to the downside. It's probably gonna continue all the way down to this fibs right here. And then once it gets to here, the band's gonna be in between now, and then this will be a more opportunity to the upside. This is more. It's just going all over the place now. It just doesn't know which way it's gonna go. It's just bouncing all over the place right now. So yeah, it's already 10:35. Usually around 10:35 to 11, it's just bouncing all over the place. See how it's moving. So you gotta put a buy order here. You could have made another 10 ticks. But see, it's here you're risking it now, uh, because just if you do put a buy order here, it would just come up and fake you out, then come down. So sometimes you don't know because then you look at the 14.2, it's hitting on band here, so you don't know if which way is gonna go now. So if this breaks and turns green, then yeah, he's gonna continue to the upside. Um, yeah, your 1-to-ones. So yeah, I'm pretty much I'm done. I'll probably not trade. This is like a fake up. I think this is gonna probably come up and then come down again. Usually when you see the solid bands outside still, um, and then it comes up and then it will probably come up to pretty much up to here. Then it will come down again. It will do like a fake out sometimes, or maybe sometimes it won't. Sometimes it will just push up. So now it's gonna come down again. Probably hit fibs again right here. And see, sometimes you don't know. Now it's just bouncing all over the place. Now it's bouncing on the 14 too. Now it's bouncing here at the band. So you don't even know if it's going to go up or if it's going to come down again. So I like to see more uh, good solid reads on all the charts just before I take the trade. Um, because I would not take any trades here. It doesn't tell me anything. All right, guys. So let me know what you think. Follow me, subscribe, look at my other social media channels. Of course, this is educational purposes for myself and for others. Um, so, I'm not a broker or a financial advisor, so uh, I'm just a regular guy, just like you, trading the market and learning this system. So, if I could do it, anybody could do it. All right, guys, have a good day. Keep on hustling, grinding.